Okay, we are finishing up chapter 2 still. And yesterday we talked about parallel lines. Parallel lines have the same slope. So that's yesterday. Can you give me examples of perpendicular lines around the room? So just shout out some perpendicular, where do you see perpendicular lines in my classroom? The window, yes. On the whiteboard. The whiteboard, there's a picture. Yellow lines? Should you want the yellow lines or what? Okay, yes. The ceiling. Okay. The cabinet? Okay, so perpendicular lines are two lines, the bricks, that form a 90-degree angle. So I have two lines that intersect, they make a perfect corner. All right, now I want to do a little drawing over here on the side. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, over here in the margin, I've got one line that I'm going to make go upward like this. Uphill, has a positive slope. And then I'm going to make a purple line, and I'm going to make this up. I'm going to draw it so that it's perpendicular. And this is downhill, and it's going to have a negative slope. So the red line, we know because it's going uphill, that means it has a positive slope. The purple line, because it's going downhill, we know that it has a negative slope. So already, just based on this drawing, I know that perpendicular lines have opposite signs. For one of them is going to be negative, one of them is going to be positive. The other thing that characterizes perpendicular lines is that their slopes are reciprocals. Reciprocal. And we may need to redefine that, talk about what that means. A reciprocal would be like 4/3 and I'm going to make it opposite signs because I want to talk about perpendicular, negative 3/4. Those are reciprocals. 2 and negative 1/2. Those are reciprocals and they're opposites. Only the slope is what we care about. Yesterday it was the slopes have to be the same, parallel lines. Today it's the slope have to be opposite signs and reciprocals to be perpendicular to make a 90-degree. Reciprocal is just flipping it. Opposite sign means positive, negative. So like negative 3, the opposite reciprocal would be positive 1/3. I have, because, no. These are perpendicular slopes right here. The definition of reciprocal just means flip the fraction. Let's do journal number 2, up top, journal number 2. The opposite of a number means the opposite sign. And the reciprocal of a number means flip it. Write the opposite and reciprocal of the following numbers. Okay, underneath a negative 2, what's the opposite reciprocal of negative 2?
1/2.
But it has to be positive. Remember, opposite sign, so positive. 1/2 would be the reciprocal, and it would be the opposite sign. Next one I'm going to try is positive 3/4. What's the opposite reciprocal? Negative 4/3. Good job. Lastly, negative 1/8. 8, just the whole number 8. So I'm going to have, I don't care what the y-intercept is, but I need the slopes to be opposite reciprocals. Okay, 1A. Determine if the lines are perpendicular. So I look only here at the 3 and the -3. Are those opposite reciprocals? They are not. They're not reciprocals. They're opposite. So I need both to be true. I need them to be reciprocals and opposite. So this is a no, not perpendicular. How about a 4 and a -1/4? Yes. Okay. All right. Wow. I'm just given 2 graphs. I have to find the slopes of these graphs. They kind of look like they're perpendicular, but I need to find the rise and the run. When I don't have any dots on a line, I make the dots myself. So that means that I'm going to have to find perfect intersections. So let's start with the uphill line. No, 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 no. I guess I should do a color. Yes. No, 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 no. Yes. Here's 2 dots. I need to rise and run to find that slope. Rise, 1, 2, 3. Run, 1, 2. 3/2. That's the slope of the uphill line. It's positive because it's uphill. Rachel, you here with me? Hi. Downhill line. I'll do in purple. You need to make points on the line yourself. No, no, no. There's a point. No, 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 no. There's a point. So I'm going to now find the slope of my purple. Start at the low point. Rise 2. Run, -1, -2, -3. -2/3. Are 3 halves and -2/3 opposite? Yeah. Are they also reciprocal? Yeah. Yes. Opposite reciprocal slopes. Good job. Okay. Number 3. Write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form that passes through. So I now x, y, x, y. So that's the first sentence. That's step 1. Step 2, I'll do after, says, then show that the line is perpendicular to this line. Well, the slopes need to be opposite reciprocal. So I actually need to write this equation in slope-intercept form. When you're given 2 points, 1, 2, how do I find the slope-intercept form? When I'm given 2 points, how do I find the slope-intercept form? Yes, ma'am. Turn it. Okay. Yeah, that'll be 0 minus -1, 6 minus 3. 1/3. So now I need to pick a point. Which point looks easiest? 3, -1 or 6, 0? Yeah, I definitely think you should pick that one as well. Okay, my slope is 1/3. I'm going to pick 6, 0. Y minus 0 equals 1/3 x minus 6. I love y minus 0 because that's just y. And I need to distribute. Ooh. 1/3 x minus, what's 1/3 times -6/1? Are you guys good at that stuff? You need to be.
It's like 2.
Yeah. It's like 2?
Yes.
Yeah, something like that. Here's my sentence number 1 answer. The equation of the line through these points. Y equals 1/3 x minus 2. Is that perpendicular to y equals -3x plus 1? Are these perpendicular?
Yes.
They are, because it's a -3 and a +1/3. Opposite reciprocals. So yes, they're perpendicular. And I can do a shortcut. Yes, they are. And I'm going to write the perpendicular symbol, which is like an upside down T. Upside down T means perpendicular. Okay, this is the same type of thing. 4A and 4B. The perpendicular line, well, the slope, let's do the slope. Okay, purple line will be downhill. That slope is, oh, how easy. The slope is -1. I just counted it. I'm going to draw a line through this point, and we'll see if it's perpendicular. The slope of the red line is also 1/1. Yep. That's a weird one. Opposite reciprocals of -1. But they are opposite and reciprocal. 1 and -1. B. If I'm told, write the slope intercept form. Let's do that. 1/4 is my slope. But what's the perpendicular of 1/4? What's perpendicular to 1/4? Because it's not 1/4. That would be parallel. The perpendicular slope, -4. So if I say I want my slope to be -4, and I want it to pass through this point, and we just did it up above, but it's point slope form, so it's easy. Practice. Y minus -1 equals. I have broken this lead so many times. -4 x minus -2. Y plus 1 equals -4 x minus 8. Okay, subtract 1. Oh, yeah, subtract 1. What's my final answer, somebody? You already volunteered today. Someone else who hasn't volunteered today. Yes. That is correct. Good job. Okay. We're not doing example 6, so you can cross that out. Is the lines parallel, perpendicular, or neither? I have to know the slopes. Right now, I don't know the slopes. So go through, change anything that needs to be changed. If it's not in y equals mx plus b, make it so. So y equals -4/3 x plus 2. That one's fixed, and this one's already fixed. So 5a. Parallel? Are they the same? -4/3 and -4? They're not the same. Are they perpendicular? Opposite reciprocal? No, because they're not opposite signs. They're both negative. So these are what? No, because they're not the same. Neither. Can you guys do cursive? Here we go. Neither. Woo! It's been a long time, huh? Oh yeah, slanted is better. I'll do that on the next one. Oh, look at my slopes. +2 and +1/2. Parallel, perpendicular, or neither? Neither. Okay, you want me to slant it? Do they really need to be slanted? Is that like the rule? You guys would know. You've learned it more recently than I have. I guess it looks better. All right. Do C on your own. C on your own. Okay. Oh, you have to subtract 25x. Did you guys do that? Do you remember the rule I taught you yesterday? Negative a over b is the slope when you're in standard form. So a shortcut to slope is going to be negative a over b. Let's see. I'm going to go the slow way. Because you guys need the practice of changing to y equals mx plus b. Parallel, perpendicular, and neither. Negative 5 and negative 5. Ooh, all right, kids. P, A, R, A, L, L, E, L. Ah! Crazy. I never learned. All right. There's a couple on the homework page that are tricky. And I want to go through them. I'm going to go through them. I think that none of you have ever done a problem like 6 or 7 before. Have you? Take a look at 6 and 7. See if you've ever done something like that before. All the time. Every day. Okay, this really is like unique. So, I have number 6. Number 6 is this top section of the box. In column A, I will have to find out what's the slope of the line y equals negative x plus 4. What is that slope? Negative 1. Negative 1. So write that in the box. Number 6, column B. The slope of the line perpendicular to negative x plus 4. What would this perpendicular, new people still, I want always new people. Yeah, in 1. So, now I look at A, B, C, D. Is the number in column A bigger? Is the number in column B bigger? Are the two numbers the same? Or the relationship cannot be determined. So, is the number in column A is negative 1. The number in column B is positive 1. So, what is it? A or B or C or D? The number in column B is greater? Yeah, 1 is greater. So the answer to number 6 is B. Number 7. The slope of the line, negative 3/4 x. Well, obviously it's negative 3/4. I write that in the box. And then the slope of the line parallel. Well, parallel to negative 3/4 is what? Parallel. It's easy to mix up. So, A, the number in column A is bigger. B, the number in column B is bigger. C, they're the equal. C, equal. Number 8 is tricky. Let me see what I did for. Okay. Okay. You have a triangle. We need to write down, like literally, find the equations of the lines that form AB. You're given 2 points. You can find the equation of the line. It's okay with me if you put it in point slope form. Number 8, put them in point slope form. Because all we really care about is these slopes. Are they perpendicular? So there's that. That's number 8. Put them in point slope form, but you have to do all 3. AB, BC, and AC. Yeah, there are going to be 3 things there. And then number 9, there's a typo. Which two sides of the triangle form a right angle? Perpendicular. So there's that. Okay? And then number 1 is difficult. This is a challenging worksheet. You're welcome. Number 1, which lines are perpendicular? Well, I actually have to find the slope of each one. So you find the slope of line P. Subtract, 4 minus 0 over 6 minus 4. And then I find the slope of Q. And then I find the slope of R. I wasn't sure. Okay. So you have like 12 more minutes in class. I'll stop the video.